Okay, mic check. Can anybody hear the mic? Somebody on the live stream, let me know the mic is working. Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining my live stream. It's my first one. Had some tech issues first thing again, but I got it figured out, I think. So, as you can see, I had to change my screen here. I was on the wrong contract yesterday, so some of my numbers were not matching up with what the market is, but now we've got it fixed. I'm on the main MEN or MES and MNQ. I got a signal literally 5 minutes ago, so we just barely entered. I checked both of these when I very first got in here today. I started trading about 15 minutes ago, and both of these are in 1 hour downtrends. So I waited for a sell signal. We can see we're below the 200. We're below the 21. Got a very, very strong resistance on the top of these, kind of just like yesterday. Now, Friday, anybody who's traded for any length of time, Fridays usually will trend pretty hard. I'd say 80% of the time it's going to pick a direction. It's going to trend most of the day. So we're in profit. I've got about $350 until I'm funded. So once I hit that 106 target, we're going to be done trading for the week, and I'll be funded and start my next week funded. So, yeah, any questions? Anybody got any questions? Good morning. So far I got Erica, Daniel, and Adam. I appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing so far? All right, welcome, guys and gal. Glad to have you guys here. I don't know about a master. I've definitely paid my dues. Lost a lot of money learning trading. Just really glad to have this system because it works really well. Yeah, we're almost there, guys. Holy cow. I've been in market for 10 minutes and we're almost there. But can you see when you get the market metrics, can you see how just it illuminates what's going to happen? Once everything goes red, I use my alerts down here, but all I do is just hover over it. This was red, we've got a red background, we're under 2 EMAs, we're on a downtrend, we're aligning with a higher time frame, and look what happens. You know what I mean? It's just amazing. Adam, what I'm going to do, probably when I'm funded, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'll just leave my profit target disable feature at the same amount and just trade 2 MES and 1 MNQ. That way, if I get into a bad situation like yesterday, I've got a little bit of leverage and I can do more if I need to. Yesterday was a good example of holding on through a trade. Instead of taking a loss, I just held on for an hour or so. I added to it and I came out on top. It worked out really, really well. So, risk management, I would always say, this is my suggestion. Start at the lowest you can. Start at the lowest you can and get proficient with trading. Get proficient with the system and then work your way up to where you're comfortable. I mean, I'm getting decent returns off of hardly anything. We're only doing 1 micro or 2 micros. That's hardly anything. My broker will let me go to 50 micros if I wanted to. So, but what's more important is the strategy, right? So Erica, I don't use the signal that pops up with this. That's if I'm scalping, I'll use that. I leave it on there, but I don't use that signal. What I use is I use my RSI signal, and then I match it up with a red candle. So I'm looking for triple R or triple G, if you're familiar with that. The actual signal it generates, the sell signal, yes, generally those are a little bit late. So I don't use those. I was actually in right at the cusp of when this started to turn on the downtrend. Daniel, yes, so if you look right here on my MES, I'm using 2 micros, and if you look right here on the MNQ, I'm using 1. And I just looked, we're over the limit. I've actually hit the funded level right now. So let's watch it for a sec, though. I'm not too worried about it going backwards on us. So we blew through the supports right here. I take it back. I'm just going to cancel it right now. And look at that. What a beautiful drop, guys. Incredible. We're going to cancel it. Actually, we're almost there to my daily. Now we're going to take it. Cancel orders. That's why I leave the Trade of 8 feature open. Can you see the screen here, guys? I love the Trade of 8 feature for that. Right there, some beautiful, beautiful sight, guys. That was in 15 minutes. I made $600. And that's using this low size here. No, the RSI signal, Eric, I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos. I have a video on my channel. It's called the chart setup video, and it tells you how to add this RSI. See, there's another alert. That was the RSI alert. So that alert that just dinged up on my trading view, that's this RSI alert right here, and it's on the MES. See why when I hover over it, there's these gray lines. Those are alerts. And when you go up to here, those are active. And so I don't use those alerts solely to trade, but what I'm using those for is I'm using it for confluence, right? So I'm just looking to see if there's, see if everything's lined up, triple R, triple G. But I'm also looking at the EMAs. I'm also looking at my order blocks. And then, so this signal that I just had on, if the RSI goes down, it'll signal, and then if it goes back above that line and goes down again, it will signal again. So it can signal multiple times. But the actual signal that as SMM makes, this sell signal box right here and this little gold line here, I don't use those. The only time I've ever used those was when I was on like the 1 minute and 2 minute chart and I was just doing scalps. And so I would set this at like 6 and 6, and I would scalp with that. But even then, there was so many times it would give you a signal and immediately go the wrong way. That sucked. So I guess you could, you could go in here and take those signals off, enable buy and sell signals, and just take them off. Let's see what it does. Yeah, that'll take it off. So I've just left it. That's just how it comes default. So Adam, you're exactly right. The prospect of what can happen with this is absolutely mind-blowing, especially in our economy and everything going on in the world right now. People are really struggling financially. And so to have something that can provide this kind of consistency and, yeah, you're right, life-changing. I mean, just look at the performance I've had this week. 100K account, 5 days, I made $6,000. And you can have, with Tradeify, you can have up to 5 accounts. If you were trading Apex or Top Step or somebody else, you could have 20 accounts if you wanted to. My personal opinion, I don't really think you need that many accounts. I kind of think it's a scam. I think it's a good way to over leverage yourself and put you into some bad situations. I follow some other live streamers, and I've seen them have some terrible, terrible days. And if you have a terrible day on one account and they're all linked together, you're going to have a terrible day on 10 accounts, right? So, and honestly, I mean, think about this too, guys. 100K account, look at the kind of income you can make with just one account. One account to worry about, one account to have fees on, that's it. You don't have to sit and, scroll back and forth and change settings. And yeah, the stress level's way, way better. Way, way better. Tony, I love it. In The Matrix. I watched The Matrix yesterday while I was watching my sick little one. That's funny. So I start my day, Tony. I don't know if you've seen some of my other videos. I've gone over it a couple times. I probably should make one video of just how I do like my setup, but I kind of do it in every video. I start my day and I look at the 1 hour chart. And what I'm looking for, so let's go to the 1 hour chart and I'll kind of show you what I'm looking for. So I'm on the S&P, the MES right here. And see, this is why I don't like doing it on my phone that I mentioned yesterday. A lot of times on my phone when I switch screens, it takes a little bit. The software lags a little bit, and so I'm not getting the full screen. But what I'm looking for, Tony, is I'm looking for the order blocks, so that's support and resistance. And you can see the red 200 up here. And then this other white line's at 21, and the price is below both of those. So that means we're in a downtrend. And then we're in a red background with red candles, which is further proof of a downtrend. And so just to look at things, especially how far it's moved in the last 15 minutes, there's every possibility it could go down to this level, right? So I would set an alert here. Just put an alert right there. And then instead of doing a target and a stop, I will just hold that trade, and then when this crosses, I'll exit. If my trade evade hasn't already canceled it because I hit my target for the day already. Does that make sense? So I'll use that as my first time frame. Then I'll go down to the 5 minute. And then a lot of times I'll enter on the 3 minute. The 3 minute and the 5 minute are where I do all my entries. So I'll wait for the 3 minute to kind of match up. So you can see about, yeah, look, this is a beautiful match on the 3 minute. We entered right here. It was below. There's a strong resistance. You can see it was below. We blew through that support. There's more supports down here that are invisible, but we've hit them easily. So this is matching up all. So triple R means red, red, red. So we're red candle, we're red background, and we're red down here on these little dots. And then my RSI is extra, and then just the EMAs are just extra. So it's like 5 different confirmations of the same thing. So you're just trend trading. You're just really you're just dialing in on that trend. Does that make sense, Tony? Does that help you out a little bit? Beautiful trades, guys. We literally in 15, 20 minutes, I made $700. What other industry can you make $700 that's legal and you have to keep your clothes on? I mean, that's incredible. 100K account, so this is just marketing ploy as the max drawdown is 4K. The leverage is still nice though regarding how much you pay for an account, how much the tree down is. True, Adam, true. So the way I trade, I don't really worry. You know what I think is more important than the max drawdown is the end of day drawdown. So what I like about Tradeify is it's static, so it just stays the same amount. It doesn't trail at the end of the day. And but there's other factors I like too, like if there's an activation fee or not. I think activation fees are a way to get hosed. I hate when prop firms do that. Tradeify doesn't do it. Take Profit Trader, they're one of my favorite firms, but they keep doing we're going to charge a fee. So they'll give you a little bit better discount, but then they'll charge a fee. Then they take the fee, the activation fee away. Then they charge more for the account, and I just hate that. I hate that. I don't want to do activation fees, but yeah, the way I trade, the drawdown really isn't a factor because I'm usually in profit pretty much right away, and I can pull profit out pretty much every day. So, but you know what the key to that is, and I'll tell you the big secret to that is your lot size, is your position size. Start small. Start small and look for distance instead of doing big and trying to knock it out of the park. Yeah, I'll show you, Erica. So on the NQ, I'm on the micro NQ, right? So see these arrows? That's my enter and exit right here. So what I did, I started on the 1 hour. I looked at the time frame there, and then I went to the 5 minute. Actually, what I did, it was right before I started the live stream. I actually had the live stream going. It was a black screen when I did this for a minute. I don't know why it did that, but I entered at the beginning of this candle. On the 3 minute time frame, we just barely hit red. I got a signal down here on the RSI. There was red in this little profit, whatever these little dots are. All the time frames except 1 minute were red background, red candle, and then I knew it was 1 minute or 1 hour was on the downtrend, so that's why I entered right there. And as you can see, we were right. Like I said, 3 minute gets you right at the start of when things change. That's why I like it, because it was an uptrend from consolidating a little bit there, and then right when it started to change is right when we entered, and boom, 15 minutes later, boom. Tony, are you talking about these right here? Dylan's Trader, order block detector is basically support and resistance lines. The reason I like to use them like that is they disappear once you break through them. So it's not like regular lines that you, like a regular indicator. It's free on TradingView. And I use them for targets as well. So some days, like a couple days ago, I had on my stream, there was a really, really strong support. It was a green order block, and it was clear down here. So I just set an alert, and once my price got to there, actually my Tradeovate stopped me right about there, but that's where I would have canceled it anyway. Tony, is this what you're talking about right here in this middle screen? Is this what you're talking about, these red and green lines? It is, Adam, it is a pretty good deal. It's not as good as the deal they ran in December. I bought a take profit 50K account in December for 102, and that same one's 119 now with Justin's discount. I mean, it is a good deal. It's not bad, especially with the activation fee being gone. They were doing like, it was like $89, and then you had to pay the $130 for the activation fee before. So yeah, it is a good deal overall. Erica, you're welcome. I hope that helps. I know a lot of people have questions on how I do it, and I just want this channel to be educational, right, and be some value to people. I've got hosed in so many different things and so many different groups, and I've listened to the wrong people before. I've bought the wrong things before. I've wasted money on stuff that didn't help, and I want mine to be relatively affordable. I think for a one-time fee of $99, that's not hard to ask for the education you're going to get here. Okay, Tony, back to your question here. I don't use this. I mean, I look at it. So here's how I'll use it. When I get an alert down here, see how the dotted lines of the cursor, I'll just kind of overlay it like that. And it's the first RSI that I got a signal on matches right up with that red dot. And then it matches up with the red candle and the red background. So that's all I use it for. But trading off of this, making my sold decisions off this, no, I don't. It's just something in the tool bag, so to speak. So I'll just literally just arrow over this, and then I'll just look from the top down. I'll look at my EMAs. I'll look at how many, if it's red, I'll look at that. I'll look at my RSA, then I'll make a decision on a trade. That's how I do it. I can do it in 5 seconds. Yes, you're talking about right here. So here's let me show you something, Tony. This comes with the toolkit, guys. I have this minimized on purpose. You can take this and drag it up, and then you can see this is 1, 2, and 5. I haven't messed with this. Is just how it comes stock. I didn't change it. You can go into the settings and you can change this to like 3 minute, 5 minute, 1 if you want. I just left it stock, but you could probably delete that out too if you wanted to. I just like to have it sandwiched. I don't really. The way I trade, I don't look at well, and another thing too, the V5 has a data box. It's this box right here, but it actually pops on your screen, and you can move it up in the right corner, left, rear, middle, whatever you want. I just deleted it. I don't need that on there. I do it manually. So I go 1 hour, 5 minute, 3 minute, boom, place my trade. I've just done it so many times, it's like second nature to me, right? Erica, you are so welcome. Thank you for showing up today. I hope it's helpful, and if you haven't got the metrics yet, please use my code. Grab you a demo account, play with it for a week or so. Email me if you have any questions. We can share knowledge. I'd be glad to help you get it dialed in and set up so you're making some cash too. Daniel, missed yesterday's video. I'll have to watch it. You said you didn't go into drawdown. I did go into drawdown. Yes, I did. Yesterday I had some tech issues when I woke up, Daniel. We woke up without internet, and I had a sick baby. And so I was fumbling around. I actually placed a trade on my phone, and then I have a tablet that I was trying to download TradingView on, and I was going to mobile hotspot from my phone. I was kind of panicking because my internet is killer. I have a business gig internet connection. I've had it for about 5 years, and I can think of 2 or 3 times it's went out, and yesterday was one of them. It was really weird. So that's why I didn't get a live stream like I wanted to. But also, my videos came out late in the afternoon because it took me forever to get it fixed. And so now I have a laptop and I've got everything set up now. So if that happens again, I can Bluetooth off my phone or mobile hotspot off my phone, and I can place trades on that and see what I'm doing. So I don't get in that situation. But I placed true trades, and then I couldn't get into my desktop, so I was messing around with that for a half hour or so. And when I finally got into it on my tablet, I was like $1,000 in negative. And I'm like, oh crap. And so I studied the charts for a little bit, and I went back to my 1 hour, I could see it was still in a downtrend. And I actually added position sizes. Yesterday I actually went really, really big because I wanted to be funded today. And so I thought, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more position sizes, and I'm going to knock it out of the park today just so I can make it so I'm funded today. And luckily it worked out for me. I said in the video, I'm really lucky. So that could have went bad against me. I could have lost all 4 or 5 days of profit that I made swinging hard for the fence like that. And I was like 1,200, 1,300 in negative at one point, and then I ended the day 1,900 positive. So I don't recommend doing that. I was actually pretty nervous. I've been trading for a long time, and that made me nervous. I don't think I would do that ever again. Maybe that wasn't the best idea, and I admitted that in the video. I would not recommend people do that, but I'm really glad it worked out for me. I maybe got a little bit overconfident, and that's a bad thing. But that's what happened, Daniel. That's what happened yesterday. You're welcome, Tony. Hope that helps, man. Yes, Erica, the RSI, every setup I ever have, I put that on there. I have got so used to using that settings like that. I actually got those settings, so this is a funny story. I actually got those settings on the RSI histogram alert from an old Forex indicator that I had built about 7-8 years ago. And those settings were based on that indicator, and it was a dang good indicator. It was called Trendex EA, and it was based on an expert advisor that was a robot. And that's how it placed trades on those settings I just had there. And I did really well. That thing worked really well. The only problem I had with it is it didn't work very good in consolidating markets. It worked really good when things were trending, but it made a lot of losses when it was consolidating, which that will too if you watch it. When things are consolidating, it doesn't give you very good signals. So again, that's kind of why I like to look at the higher time frame, because if you're in alignment, you're going to have a lot better chance for success. Super RT, welcome. Appreciate you showing up today. Do you wait till the candle closes or as soon as you get a signal because they repaint? Okay, so Super RT, I don't use the SMM signals. The signals I use are my RSI histogram strategy signals, and those don't repaint. And the way that works is I will only get it after the beginning, so this will only give me a signal at the beginning of a new candle. So I'm placing my trades between 10 and 15 seconds into the beginning of the new 3-minute candle, 5-minute candle, whatever I place it on. But I'm using my signals. The signals, I'll show you right here. I got to delete that because I just added that. The signals are right here. So it's the RSI histogram strategy. That's what actually gives me the signals. I don't use the buy or sell signals like Justin does. This is my own version, my own way of doing it. This is just how I do it. I know he does it quite a bit different than I do. He's a lot more into like the 1-minute time frame, 2-minute time frame, and his videos, it looks like he absolutely kills it. I mean, he's got tons of withdrawals, and he's a stud. I love Justin. Hopefully one of these days he'll join the live stream. That'd make my day. But yeah, the RSI histogram signals, they do not repaint. It doesn't mean that you can't get a signal and it immediately go the other way, because I've seen that before. I've got a signal and the very next candle it went way up here and then it started going up on me. It just can happen. But that's I'll just hover over it when I get the signal, and then I'll look up the cursor. I'll look up that dotted line like I have it right now on the screen. I look at my EMAs. I look for triple R's, so red candle, red background, those little red dots in the middle, and then my RSI. And if all those are in line and I already know what the 1 hour time frame says, I'll place a trade. Just like we did this morning. I got in right on the 3-minute candle, started the live stream 3 minutes later after I got it figured out. Boom. We started here, we ended here. Daniel or Adam, do you see this strategy working for years going forward? As you said, some of the EAs you worked with only worked for a short period of time. Yes, I would say this will last the test of time, because you're using like 5 different indicators or 5 similar indicators to give you like a confluence. You're using a higher time frame for alignment. You're using your support and resistance lines, and whatever's coded into simple market metrics is actually pretty solid. So of the systems I've used, of the EAs I've seen some fantastic things in the years I've done this. I got introduced to Forex in 2008. I worked at a wrecking yard, and I had a guy that actually got a student loan, got involved with some Forex people, and the last time I saw him, he was a millionaire. And he used to pull parts for like $6 an hour, $7 an hour, something like that, clear back in the day. Young 21-year-old kid. But he just picked up on it, did really, really well. I tried to follow his journey. I don't even know where he is these days, but when I saw that happen to him and how it changed his life, it messed me up. Like I just never will be the same after that. I saw a kid in Thailand about 10 years ago. I almost got involved with the guy, and I'm really glad I didn't, but they were building a micro scalper, and a guy had a $100 account and he could turn it into 15 grand in 24 hours. That was kind of a promising thing that would look really cool, but it didn't work out. I remember there was so many tech issues, like a lot of times it just wouldn't even work. You'd go back the next day and there was no trades placed, or it just fizzled into nothing. But I've seen it all. I've been in groups. I've developed things. I've bought things. I have a hard drive full of stuff that doesn't work. So this works. This works. You can see it work today. I just showed it work today. It's worked all week. I've been playing with this for probably 6 months. I think I bought it. I was looking at my sheet the other day. I bought it like in August of last year, July of last year. And I was one of those guys that just immediately emailed Justin and started talking to him about it, asking questions. And we've probably had 100 emails by now. So yeah, Adam, I'm hopeful. I would say of the things I've seen, this is one of the better systems, if not the best. Yeah, yesterday sucked, Daniel. Baby's doing a lot better today, yes, thank you. She's 16 months. I guess she's more of a toddler now, but she had a really rough night. Stayed home with me all day. Yeah, the RSI is awesome. Do that alert. Erica, if you when you get a chance, watch the chart setup video, and I go through how to set up those alerts and the settings. So I'll show exactly how to do it on the chart, and your chart will look exactly like mine. How do I handle news times? Most of the time, the major news is earlier in the day. The only exception to that is if there's like NFP or FMOC. Sometimes that's at like noon my time, which is 4 hours after the market. By then, I'm usually done trading. But what I do, to answer that question, Daniel, I looked at Forex Factory every morning. And if I see a major news event like on a Wednesday or a Friday that's going to be after the 30 minutes I wait after the market opens, then I just make sure I'm out of the market by then. I've actually had it where sometimes on like FOMC, I lost a lot of money on FOMC before, and there's actually times I just won't even trade that day. So I'll be right back, guys. I got to run an errand real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I had somebody show up and I wasn't expecting them, so I had to take off for just a bit. Okay, back to it. Where are the Super RT? Where are the RS signals displayed? Super RT, if you're still here, I can show you real quick. So over here on TradingView, I don't know if you use TradingView or not, but over here it shows where the signals popped up. But also it pulls up a little signal down here and it makes a dinging sound, a little chime. And that's, like I said, that's at the very beginning of the candle. So looking at the charts right now, guys, this would be a great place to sell again because it looks like it's going to just keep going down. In fact, if I had these on, it probably would have already gave us a signal. Yeah, it would have. A couple minutes ago, it would have gave us a signal. So we'd be in a sell right now. So yeah, the signal would pull up right here once you have the alerts enabled. So if you go into your tab right here and you have them play and play, now it says active. You'll get them in the log the next time they trigger, and you'll get a chime, and it'll be down here in this left-hand bottom. And then when you get that chime, I'll click out of the chime, I'll hover over here, I'll look at everything, place the trade. Great time to sell right here. I'm not going to sell because I've already hit my target for the day. I don't want to jeopardize being funded, so. But yes, anybody wants to sell, I would sell here and I would place a target. I'd place a target right here and get a little nice little scalp right here, swing scalp right there. Adam, have you had any experience with order flow trading? I'm just curious if from what I've seen, the prop traders, that predominantly what they use, right? I have several indicators. So if we go up into here, some of these indicators are based on order flow or use order flow in some way, somehow. All these indicators I've used in some way or somehow. That's why they're starred. There's thousands of them on TradingView, but these are my favorites. I've liked them before. The way I do it, I think RSI is essentially an order flow, right? So yeah, I guess so. But I think this is just as effective as anything else I've ever seen. What are you using for stop loss and take profit? Okay, I get this question a lot, and I'm really trying to answer it the best I can. I don't do a traditional stop loss and take profit. I let my system tell me when to get in and tell me when to get out, if that makes sense, Morgan K. Some of the other videos I've just shown after the effect, so it's hard to see it in real time. But this morning, if you go back on the stream, we entered right here, and I stopped it early today because I hit the funded level. I don't want to jeopardize losing anything, and I'm glad I did because the market went back against us, and I'd still be in a trade, still trying to get that level. So I'm at 106.62, and I just wanted to stop it for the day. But generally, this is how I'll stop my trades, Morgan K. I'll go into my risk settings. Once this number's hit, all my trades will exit automatically. So what I do, I'll let that be my exit, right? And then I use this system for my entry. And I'll leverage 2 MES and I'll leverage 1 MNQ. And this move down here today took about 20 minutes, and we were like $700 at one point, at the highest point. So we wouldn't be done trading today. We'd probably be down to 300 or 400 still, maybe 500. But I would hold that because it looks like it's going to keep going down. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up down in this area today, guys. Fridays are usually trending days. Hope that helps you, Morgan K. I do it a little bit. What I do is a little bit more of an advanced level. I don't use a static stop loss and take profit. The reason being is the market searches for stop losses. There's algorithms built into the market. They'll search for it. They'll try to get you. Daniel, you're welcome. I'm glad that helps. Anybody else on the stream, I'm very glad to help anybody I can. Man, I had such a crazy introduction into Forex, and I lost so much money. I followed the wrong people. I bought the wrong systems. I spent money I didn't need to spend. I just really am. I like the idea of a system that's affordable that anybody can use. I think about people that are disabled or retired or going to school or whatever, and they just need a little bit more income, and I would hope this could help them. I mean, I wish I had this when I was in high school or college 25 years ago, because I was, so many people have to work rough hours and 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, and hopefully this helps. I mean, yeah, hopefully this will help you. The potential in the markets is absolutely insane. I mean, we did $670 in 25 minutes today. What other industry can you do that in, So Morgan K, if you look back, I'm going to post this live stream and you can watch it from the beginning. I start at the 1 hour time frame every morning, and then I'll go down to the 5 minute, and I usually place my trades on the 3 minute or the 5 minute. So on NQ this morning, I placed it on the 3 minute chart. And I don't wait for the simple market metrics to tell me when to sell. I use my RSI alert to tell me when to sell. But what I'll do is confirm everything. So this little spike down, I got an alert on, and I hovered over it and see how the cursor has those little dotted lines. I saw this was red. I already knew that 1 hour was red. We were below the 200 and the 21, and I placed the sell. And I placed the sell, like we got into the absolute change when it started to move down, and we were in profit right away. And 30 minutes later, we were out of the market. Most of my mornings, I was looking at my statistics the other day. Most of my mornings, I'm done trading in 2 hours. I can get in and be done trading in the market in 2 hours. One day, it was like 4 hours altogether, because the market didn't have these big swings, so I didn't have the chance to get the distance I needed. So I had to do a trade down, and then it started turning around, so I exited that one, and then I did a trade up, and then I did a trade down. Sometimes it happens. Just depends on what the market's doing for them. But 5 minutes ago I called this is going to still go down more, and you're right. Look at this. This is a very strong resistance. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up down here somewhere, guys. So if you're looking to sell, you can still get in. I would still sell. From what I'm seeing, we just got another dot. We just hit the RSI. We're at negative 25, which is some really strong bear action. This thing could sink real hard. We could end up. So go to your one. If you're not sure where to place your target, go to your 1 hour chart. I think I did this at the beginning of the stream. Okay, see these supports? That's your maximum support for right now. You could set an alert there, but I wouldn't be surprised if we hit that. And then look at this down here at the 300 levels. This is a RSI order block. This is an order block, and it's pretty much a strong support. I don't know if it's got enough to get down that far today, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would set an alert on one of these levels. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit those levels. In fact, I'm almost sure of it. Morgan K, I've been playing with this system since like August of last year. I only use those signals if I'm scalping on like the 1 minute or 2 minute time frame, but even then it gives you a lot of false signals. I've had days where it gave me 3 faults and three wins and 3 losses, and it just felt like a bunch of wasted time. I just never been a big fan of the 1 minute chart. So especially like right here, if you look at the 1 minute chart right here within this hour or 2 time frame, you may be able to get some scalps, but I guarantee there's some losses in there too. It's just too choppy. I'd rather zoom out a little bit, get to your 5 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and ride a better trend and just hang on to it, even if it's going to do this kind of stuff. Because what happens on your 1 minute chart, loss, win. And, maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but I just prefer this style of trading. I'd rather do one trade and hold it for an hour than do 10 or 15 trades in 2 hours and then just try to sort out if I made money or not. I don't know. Those signals have never been super beneficial to me. Erica, can I ask you what firm you're using for your 50K account? And do you have the simple market metrics yet? And before I end the stream, guys, I'm going to be finished up here in just a minute. Any questions? Anybody have a question before I end the stream? It was good to get on here today. I'm glad that we got a signal that I could show you how to do it on. We had two good signals here. I think this 3-minute chart was almost the same. Yeah, we got in. If anything, we were just a teeny bit premature, but we got in right when things started to change. I mean, we nailed it. But I'm just getting so used to reading it that I can see that. You know what I mean? I felt really confident to take it there, and look what happened. But yeah, anybody got a question before I end the stream? We're almost an hour now. I want to help anybody else or answer any questions before I end the stream today. Take Profit Trader's awesome. I love them. I just wish they wouldn't charge activation fees. That's my only gripe about them. I've probably done 10 evaluations. I've got funded twice. I got one payout for $1,000. So I pretty much broke even, but that was before. The only account I've used Simple Market Metrics on was the one I blew like a month ago because I accidentally clicked. So I always have TradeAway and TradingView open, and I accidentally clicked and had a order open, and I didn't realize it. It was towards the end of my trading, and I was really busy one day, and the market came and hit it and triggered it, and then went down against me, and it blew my funded account. I could not believe that happened. I absolutely was mortified. So now what I do before I'll go into here and I'll close them, and then before I cancel, I'll look on every single chart and make sure there's nothing open, nothing that can trigger a sell or a buy, and then I'll just exit everything. But that sucked. But yeah, Take Profit Trader's awesome. I love those guys. There's a lot of crap firms out there, but they're a great one. So Erica, try these metrics out on these settings. When you're done with this video, look at my chart setup video and try it. Try it and see how it works. If you have any questions, email me. My email's in the About section on my YouTube channel. I'd love to help you get it so you can get some better results. But let's get you to pass that 50K. We'll get you to pass that 50K. You'll pass that 50K. Look at my performance this week with it. Look what just happened just today while you're watching. And we'll get your screen to look just like this, and once you're comfortable and you look at the same thing every day all the time, you're going to kick some butt. Tony, you're welcome. Thank you, my new friend. I'm glad to help. I believe you emailed me as well, right? Was that you that I think it was? Yeah, it was. I talked to you this morning, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. Do you have a funded account? Are you trading your own account? I wouldn't mind funding AMP futures and trading my own money as well. That's something I'm kind of eyeing as we get going a little bit better. My goal is to use prop firm payouts to get me like 5 accounts total. I'll probably link 3 of them together and then have 2 that are separate for just spending cash or 401k or whatever I want, right? And then I'll look at doing some of my personal funding. But I just got to stay consistent. Right now, my number one goal is consistency, and I really believe that you can stay consistent by using low unit sizes. So my recommendation to everybody who can hear my voice, start out small. You'll thank me later. I cannot tell you how many times I had a good system in place, but I over-leveraged and blew it. So I knew direction, but I just got wiped out because I had way too much leverage going on, trying to make all that dough, you know. I had in Forex, I'll just share a story. In Forex in 2014, I had a $100,000 personal account, and that started out at like 10 grand. I worked it up from 10 grand clear to 100 grand. I thought I was going to make $1 million off that account. I got super greedy, and I had a bad Euro USD trade go against me, and I lost 50 grand in a day. I'm amazed my wife didn't divorce me. That was a super, super bad day. So after that happened, I kind of set out on a journey of discovery. So I signed up for classes. I went to every convention I could find. I did everything I could. I scoured the internet. I watched videos. I got on MQL5 and I hired developers. I bought so many different trading robots, and most of the robots I had did the exact same thing. They worked really well in certain markets, and they absolutely blew the thing apart in other markets. And they just, the reason is the market is designed to do the same thing over and over again and then flip itself on its head, and that's how they make money. So anything that's doing like pattern based or whatever, that's how they make money. So Take Profit Trader. Are you on a 50K account or a 100K account, Tony? And do you have the market metrics? Are you using those as well? How does my mic sound, guys? I had some problems yesterday when I had all those tech issues, and I played with my settings a little bit, and I felt like this sounded really, really good. I've got a Yeti microphone. It's a really good microphone, but I was playing with it yesterday afternoon. I was really happy with how it sounded. I hope it comes across crystal clear, and it's not like raspy or anything weird. Okay, so you got a 50K take profit as well. Awesome. So Tony, if you don't mind sharing, how have you been doing it more like Justin does with like the 1 minute chart, 2 minute chart? Have you just been doing trying to scalp? How have you been using it? I use it a little different than Justin does. Me and him have talked about it, and he's like, "Wow, that's crazy." I mean, it's so flexible. You can use it different ways because they didn't really design it like this. They use it more like how he shows in his videos. But I'm a trend trader. I'm a swing trader. So I feel like this works really well. I mean, look at my results. It'd be hard to accidentally do that many times over and over again. I mean, I placed like 50 trades this week, and 43 of them were profit. It's really hard to do that on accident. I mean, I wish I would have been better luck accidentally if that's the case years ago. This system works though. The market metrics is awesome. Everything I've added to it just makes it better. It just is additional. I mean, you could use it by yourself and get damn good results too. I just have experience in other things, and I felt like this was a good setup, and I'm really happy with it. So. All right, anybody else? I'm going to end the stream here in just a minute, so I just want to make sure we got everybody. Thank you for everybody who participated. A lot of new people. I'm really glad to meet you. I want this to be a resource. I hope I can help you get on the right track and start getting some good gains. Hopefully we can hit your goals too. One thing, if you're still watching, man, use this feature. Use this grist feature, right? Get in here. So if you got a 50K account, set this at like 350. Set this at like $350 a day. And if you wanted to put your daily loss at like 1,000, or I don't know what the daily loss is on 50K anymore. Actually, I think they took that away. You don't even have a daily loss anymore. But this isn't going to be an issue if you use the system like I do, because you're going to get good entries. That's why I don't worry about stop losses, because I don't need to. I get good entries. I study the charts for 15 minutes before I even place a trade every single day. Maybe sometimes it's half hour. Sometimes I've looked at the chart. Sometimes I've been here, I've been here, and it's starting to go up, but the overall is down. I'm like, I'm just going to wait. I'll just wait for a signal. So I'll turn my signals on, and I'll just wait. Nothing wrong. Be impatient how you win. Straight up. All right, so started scalping like Justin, but didn't work for me. Now I'm trading 1 micro on 5. Much better. Good, Tony, good. Honestly, man, if you watch my video, green to red, red to green, I couldn't do 1 minute, and I've done it a bunch of times. That was just the time I decided to film it. I think most of the time I lose more than I make doing it that way. Yep, you're right. One loss on the scalping strat takes lots of wins to overcome. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. If you're not comfortable doing this like I am, you know what I would do? Set a static stop loss and take profit and do a big one, right? Do like 200 and 200, and then just go in and modify it. Maybe put your stop loss above this, use the order block, put it above that order block, and then put it way, way down here. And then when you're in profit, just move your stop loss down and protect that. That's not a bad idea either. I just don't use them anymore. I used to do that all the time. When I was trading Forex, one of the classes I went to, that's what they taught you. They teach you how to get into profit and then you use your stop loss to protect it. The problem is you'd move your stop loss down. So on this second candle that spiked down where we got out, I'd have moved my stop loss down here, and then my take profit would be down here, and then the market would have gone against me, and the whole reason this happened is to find a stop loss. So I would have only got a third of what I actually did because I used a stop loss. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather just have my system tell me when to get out. I'd rather have this exit for me when I hit my goal. That's worked out awesome for me. I've been doing that for months now, and that's freaking awesome. I decided to go live with it on my YouTube channel about a month ago, and I'm hoping I'd like to get like 10,000 subscribers and do a live stream pretty frequently. And I want to be the number one seller for Simple Market Metrics because I believe in it that much. Thank you, William Jones. Nice to have you here. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? I don't know what I'm going to do for streaming. I don't know if I'm going to do it every day. I'm a little worried. I see a lot of streamers and they get distracted with the actual stream, if that makes sense. It's a lot of work to run the stream and to answer questions, and it's very distracting in a sense. And I'm one of those guys that get laser focused when I'm doing something, especially when money's on the line. So that's kind of why I've never really done live streams before. Maybe I'll just do it like once or twice a week. I think I can handle that and still get the results I want. I just don't want it to affect my trading. If anybody here watches Nutty Bar, I get a kick out of watching him. He's one of those guys that can do awesome, and then he can actually just shoot himself in the foot. And I just don't want to do that. And a lot of he gets so wrapped up in what people are asking on the stream. I mean, they start talking about airplanes and Patrick Wyland's bathing suits and all kinds of weird stuff, and they just lose focus and lose money. I just don't want to be that guy. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to set a steady thing to answer your question, William, but if this works good and you guys like it, I mean, what I don't want is people trying to copy it. I'd rather them buy the system and learn how to trade and teach a man to fish kind of thing. 50K, so just do 1 and 1. On your MES, just do 1, and on MNQ, just do 1. Or you could cut it in half and just only trade MES until you're past. I mean, they follow each other. They're always going to be pretty similar. They're a little different, but they're pretty similar. But you could just do 1 on MES and just get the results you need. Like I said, set your trade of 8 to like 350, 400. And so you're just cutting in half, but you're going to get the same results and same distance as I do. You're just going to get half as much, if that helps you, Erica. I use micro too. These are micros. I'm on micro ES and micro MNQ, or vice versa. So yeah, you don't need, position size is very, very small. Start at the smallest one. Do 1 and 1 if you have to. And then that leaves you room. So if you get in a bad trade and you need to add another one, you can, but you just got to be really careful. You got to know what you're looking for, and you got to really be solid on your trend, your overall trend, if you're going to do that kind of stuff. I would rather not DCA. That's called DCA, and I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just get in. And the way I do this, I usually get in almost perfectly, and then I just ride it till my thing shuts off because I hit my target. That's the way to trade, guys. That's the way to do it. And I'm telling you, I've been in a prop firm office. I've been in a training here in Utah in a prop firm. Their top traders are doing it this way. They don't use stop loss and take profits. They let the market tell them when to get out. I promise you that. They'll cut their losses quick, and they'll hold their winners long. That's exactly opposite of most people. 90% of people cut their winners too easily, and they'll hold their losers way, way too long. Ani, nice to have you here. 5 years, had loss after loss. I don't give up easy. Sorry for late joining the stream. Day job kicking my butt. I get that, brother. I looked at your video and I like the way you trade. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so too, Ani. If you're a subscriber to my channel, check out some of my videos. Look at my V5 video and why I switched. I go through a pretty in-depth analysis on how I do this. I pretty much do it on every video. I just show what I'm looking at and how to do it. So watch a couple videos, but that one will help you. Another one I recommend is the chart setup video. It goes through how I set up my chart so your screen can look just like my screen. And my thought was, if you see the same thing I do, you should get the same result I do. I hope that helps you though, Ani. Man, I tell you what, I know hundreds of people that are in our situation. I know hundreds of people, loss after loss, account after account, spent more money than they've made by a long ways. So we're looking to change that, man. Let's turn that around. Nalita, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. Everybody keep going. William, keep going, man. Everybody here, I hope this gives them hope. You know what I mean? I hope this gives them hope. I'm just a regular guy. I've only got funded a couple times. I've made less than $1,000 getting funded. I'm going to change that in 2025. That's my goal. Come hell or high water, I'm going to change that. I'm going to get consistent payouts in 2025, and I believe this system will get me there. Still demo about to just in the deep end pool and start a challenge. Is the white dots important? Yeah, it's like the cumulative of the candle. I like looking at them. I mean, you can see this one's lower, this one's lower. It's still sinking, right? You can see it's consolidating pretty easy. So I like it. I really think that the designers of SMM, they did a good job. I mean, you can use it just how it comes, just how you upload it, and it's going to be great for you. I mean, it's awesome. Whatever in the programming and the source code of this is really, really good by itself. Everything I've added is just additional that I like from just previous experience or just things I've learned over the years. I went to a training. This is no lie. I went to a training here in Utah for a prop firm that one of the very first prop firms I ever heard about, clear back in like 17, 18, 19, somewhere in there. It was $5,000. It took 6 weeks. And I feel like this system is better. I feel like this system for $100, I actually get better results. I felt like that the prop firm training that they gave me was too convoluted. There was too much to it. It was too in depth. It almost overcomplicated it, and it's a bad thing. And they got my money, and I didn't gain any experience. And I got funded with those guys and made like $100, and it cost me $6,000. So trust me, every sob story you've ever heard, I'm right there with you. I can attest to almost breaking myself financially to trading. Trading is an addiction. I know people that have like said they're actually addicted to it, and like it's almost ruined their life. So I'm one of those people that I want to make my life better. And even though that's been a very, very hard journey, and I really felt lost a lot of times, but here we are. This is a great system. I really enjoy it. See, I called this about 20 minutes ago, guys. I called it and said it'd be a really great place to do a sell because it's going to sink still. If you look back on this live stream, I didn't want to place a trade because I'm happy with where I'm at number-wise. I'm funded now, and I don't want to jeopardize that. But look, you could have placed a sell there, and everybody'd be in profit. Erica, I do work, yes. Eventually, I'd like this to be full-time. That'd be great. But the schedule I have, I work in the afternoons. So I can do this in the morning. And but yeah, eventually, to be honest with you, my real live goal, I'd like to have, if I get 5 accounts and I can do this kind of performance and then consistently get Tradeify payouts, then I'll be having to set up like an LLC and do some tax things. But I would like to do some charity work, to be honest with you. I'd like it if I could start a little charity here in Utah, maybe work with some of the elementary schools, provide lunches for kids that don't have the finances, maybe do some, like a shoe drive. My cousin works at a food pantry, and I thought about donating some stuff to the food pantry. So I'm not just going to go buy fancy cars and blow that money. I'd like to actually do something good with it. That's been a goal of mine since I was a little kid. My hero growing up was Batman. I always thought he was cool because he was like a rich guy that actually did some good for the world. So, but yeah, I work in the afternoons. I don't have to work today, but I work till like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So that's why you never see me on here at the Asian session, because I just, one, there's not enough movement to make it worth it, and two, I have to work. Let's see how many people are on the stream. Let's see if I can dock this. Okay, let's dock this right here. Iron Man's badass too. Same kind of thing. Genius, billionaire, philanthropist, playboy, or something to that effect. RDJ did way good though. He was the man. I'm interested to see how he's going to do as Doctor Doom. We'll see how that works out. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we've got 11 people here. I'm going to end the stream, guys. Thanks again for everybody being here. I appreciate your questions. I hope this was helpful. I'll post it in my section, my live section. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little concerned with this distracting from my trading, but I also want to help. So if you have any questions and you want to talk further, email me. I've got about a dozen people that have emailed me so far. If you haven't bought the metrics and you know somebody, if you want to buy it, please use my link. Support my channel that way. That's the only thing I'm ever going to ask for. If you have bought it, try to find somebody else to refer to me. That works too. I appreciate all the referrals I can get. My goal is not only to knock it out of the park with trading, but I want to be the number one affiliate for Justin. I really believe in the system that much. So, yeah. Anybody else before I close up? I think we're going to be done for the day. Had a great week. Great potential here, guys. Great potential here. This may be life-changing. This is actually something that may actually be super life-changing. Erica, you too. It's good to meet you. Thank you for being here. I mean it. If you need any help, let's get you to pass that 50K. It's an awesome feeling when things work out and you pass them. So I'll be glad to help you. Okay, and on that note, we're going to end. Thank you, guys. Everybody have a great weekend. And, yeah.